Okay, so it is never too late to start. I'm honestly not sure if this video is going to be like a how to or if it's just going to be like a rant or like some type of motivational speech. I do have notes more or less, kind of like what I want to talk about, but I don't have this like super structured in any way. I just kind of wanted to say like it's not too late to start. Um, and when I say that, I mean like it's not too late to ever like get started on a goal, to get started on whatever it is that you want to do in life. You might want to quit doing something, you might want to start doing something. That could be running, I don't know, being a better parent, anything really. But my point is, it's not too late to start because there's never really a perfect time. Um, for me, like I'm a perfectionist, so I always feel like I have to have a really good plan and a really good structure for what it is that I want to do before I start doing something. But what I've learned is it's better to get started and just get a feel for how things go. Um, Rather than obsessing over getting everything right. It's better to take a couple steps forward than to not take any steps at all. Um, yeah, basically, if you're waiting for a perfect moment, that moment might never come. But also, whenever you are embarking on something, you want to have like a goal in mind because you're not gonna just be able to move forward without knowing which way you're trying to move, right? Um, while I do this, I again I am reading off of something. These are just the notes that I've taken. I'm gonna throw out some random quotes here and there. But basically, improvement is not a phase. This is not a sprint. This is a lifestyle. This is something that you want to commit yourself to because eventually, while you're doing these things, it's just going to be like you're doing this to create a habit. But then those habits become a little bit ingrained in you, and then with that, it becomes who you are. So it becomes your identity more or less. Um, so at some point, you do have to ask yourself, like, are you willing to bury the current version of you to become the you that you need to be? What I mean by that is like, there's a lot of stuff that we do just out of comfort and things that we avoid doing because we avoid discomfort. We don't want to be uncomfortable. And honestly, change is a bit uncomfortable. It takes a lot to grow from the person that you are now to someone better. Um, you could already be a really good person, but maybe you have other things that you want to work on. You could be a horrible person, but it might be hard just to take the first step. So that's kind of what I'm saying is like you want to take any step in the right direction because if you know that there's a problem, if you know that you aren't your best self, you have to just move away from that. But again, clarity before change. So you want to kind of identify what it is that maybe is wrong with you, or maybe what it is that you want to become, or what you want to do better. Basically, paint a really vivid picture of what it is that you're aiming for. What is your goal? So that way, again, you have you have a direction to go, right? If you don't identify what it is that you want, then you're just going to be wandering aimlessly. I think this is actually good, even if you are doing something or you reach a goal. Like you want to keep aiming for something else because once you reach that goal, you can kind of, I guess, similar to me right now. After the marathon, I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do. Honestly, I'm just recovering. So you do want to have a goal, even afterwards. Basically, maybe this is just something in life. Make sure that you're always looking ahead and looking forward for something. So that way you aren't wandering aimlessly day to day. You might have a good idea of what you need to do and what you want to do, but still like make a plan, put put some pen on paper and try to create actions that you actually want to fulfill. So again, what does your ideal self look like? How does he wake up? How does he move? How do you speak? What do you tolerate? Like these are kind of questions that you want to ask yourself. Like for you, what is your ideal self? Um, but this clarity just makes a path, right? So a quick quote would be, build the life you want or settle for the life you hate. Basically, this is saying like, if you're not growing, you're just being comfortable. And honestly, if you're not growing, I think that you're kind of slowly rotting away and decaying. Like you want to build towards the best version of you and the best life that you can have. And you don't really want to settle for anything. You don't want to be complacent, because I think complacency is like, it's not good. It's not good for you. That's just my honest opinion. If you think otherwise, that's okay. But once you have a goal, my main tip, and this is like coming from me, by the way, um, I'm an alcoholic. I've been sober for a year, but I know that I am an alcoholic, so I should avoid alcohol. Um, just admitting that is pretty huge. But what my my point here is, be brutally honest with yourself. It's uncomfortable, or it was uncomfortable for me to admit that. And being brutally honest can be uncomfortable. It's really hard to look yourself in the mirror and look at the ugly parts and nitpick at them, because for me, like, I had a lot of pride and I shied away from that stuff, but I knew that I wasn't my best version of myself, so I had a problem. So I had to identify what was holding me back, and what was I holding on to that I needed to let go. For me, it was alcohol, it was smoking, it was a lot of stuff, right? Um, I was just a horrible person. But like, what was holding me back? It was identifying those things, and then realizing my current self, I had to leave that behind, and it wasn't serving my purpose to become a better person or to grow as a person. It was holding me in place. So really, for me, like, you don't need more, you need less. For me, I needed less. I needed less alcohol, I needed less smoking, I needed you can replace these things with like good things, like walking, stretching, working out, stuff like that. But like, just taking them away, bare minimum, is like, it's good. Like, you need less of the bad things, so that way you free up your time for more of the good things. The good things, they feel good. It's easy to be comfortable, right? But comfort is not peace. It's honestly not safety. It's just shrinking and kind of decaying, disguised as relief. So who you are is not who you have to be. That's just a quote, honestly. You're honestly not lazy unless you keep choosing laziness. So you can change. That's basically all I'm saying. I do kind of want to talk about this next topic pretty honestly. So like, I identified what I wanted. I was brutally honest with myself. I knew what I could and couldn't do. Um, but there's a lot of people, and again, this is just from my perspective, like, like, people say everything in moderation, right? I have addictive personality. Like, I knew that I was addicted to alcohol, and it's like, I couldn't just do a little bit. Like, I would always do a lot. And even when I tried moderation, it just doesn't work for me. So for some people, moderation works. For others, it does not. My personal outlook on this is like, it's so much better to go cold turkey. People say it's hard. People say it's harder. I don't agree with that, honestly. There was something that I had heard or read a while back, where it's like, your brain or your body gets used to these things that you depend on. So like, you how do I say this? Like, say drinking alcohol, your dopamine spikes, but then it goes back down, but it goes below baseline. So now you need more alcohol to get back to baseline, and then you just basically need alcohol to get to baseline in general. For me, if you do like, oh, I'm only gonna drink once a week now, it's like, okay, you're below baseline because you're getting used to not drinking, but then you drink and then you spike above baseline and then you go back down. To me, it's more of a roller coaster. If you keep doing a little bit of alcohol over and over, or whatever it is your vice is, right? Um, I think it's harder to do that, to just be like, I'm just gonna give it up a little bit, but I'm gonna still do it every now and then. It's like, no, like it's better to just bite the bullet, go below baseline dopamine, and then just like wait until you regulate again. Um, because honestly, it's a better way to let your body and your mind detox from those things. Sometimes the cleanest break is the hardest one, but it's also the fastest path to freedom. Another quote that I wrote down. Um, Again, you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to carry the old version of yourself into tomorrow. You can just kind of leave that behind and like don't keep dragging it back where it's like I quit this, but I'm gonna do it once a week. But it's like no, like you want to leave that entirely behind. So just cut it off where it's at, and just bury the distractions, right? So I kind of said this earlier, is like you can replace, like you don't need more, you need less. You basically just cut these things off. But eventually what you want to do is like replace and then don't drift, right? Like if I stop smoking, if I stop doing this, then it's like, okay, well, now I have a lot of free time, but what am I doing? Like playing video games or just doing whatever else? You don't want to drift around. You want to have like, again, your goal in mind. So what is it you need to do to get there? For me, it was health and fitness. So I needed to work out. I needed to run. I needed to stretch. I needed to do these different things. But basically what I'm saying is identify the bad things, get rid of them, but then replace them with good things. And these good things are going to become habits, and these are going to be more or less the things that really build who you are moving forward and in the future. So whatever's holding you back, cut it away, but don't just sit there. Replace. So like again, for me, I wake up early. I sleep with intention. Basically, like I go to sleep at a decent hour. I try not to get distracted with like video games. I move my body all the time. Anytime I eat, I just move. Um, but basically, guard your time. Don't squander it. Don't take it for granted. Do something with it that's going to be intentional, but also going to be positive for you. Um, here's just another random quote. Don't try to be understood. I always say this. It's like you're going to be a little weird. You're going to be a little like judged sometimes, or you might feel like people are like, dude, why don't you do this anymore? That's so lame. It's like you're not doing this for other people to understand. You're doing this for you. So if people don't understand it, like that's okay. Like they don't have to. You have to know what it is that you're doing and be okay with that. But yeah, set your daily bare minimums. They don't have to be extreme. They don't have to be super impressive. They just have to be small little changes that you keep working on and keep building every single day, because that's going to build your discipline and you're going to grow and grow every single day, and eventually like the results will show. These things should be non-negotiable. You can't go back and forth wishy-washy. It's like I'm going to do this for a little bit and then I'm going to stop. It's like no, you have to keep going. You have to keep moving forward. If you really want to change as a person. Don't just change for like a season, like oh, I'm just going to lose weight. It's like I want to become a healthier person. Do something with the intention of changing your life, honestly. Again, routines build habits, habits build identity. This really isn't about motivation. This is about discipline, and make sure that you're a disciplined person. Because whenever your identity shifts, like you don't need to keep watching motivational videos. You don't need to keep watching how to's. Like, this is who you are. It's already inside of you. You just have to keep doing it, right? Um, and then you become less distracted, you become less interested in things that are not for you, that are not serving your purpose, right? This is an interesting quote. You don't need more information, you need a new program. So what that's basically saying is like more from the outside isn't always good. You just need to tune out what's bad and tune in what serves you, right? Less noise, less excuses, less attachment to the version of you that keeps repeating the same story. Another quote. I did want to say one more thing. Basically, if you fall off the wagon sometimes, like in my experience, I was sober for maybe 6 months and then I drank. But then like I had a terrible experience. Just because that happened where I fell off the wagon, it's not the end all be all. I don't just give up. You just pick up where you left off. Or for me right now, it's like I keep binge eating and it's throwing off my diet and then throwing off my workouts. I can't just stop working out because I feel like I threw it all away. Like having one bad day isn't going to destroy your progress if you've been working at this day after day after day. I've been almost working at this for like a year and a half. Um, these are things that are like mentally challenging and it is gonna feel kind of hard. Like I was talking to another guy who has like a eating disorder and he looks great, but like he's so worried. But all I'm saying is little mistakes and little mishaps aren't the end of the world, but also don't take it too seriously, I guess, maybe. Like just live your life, try to be happy, live with purpose, but at the same time, don't let it overwhelm you, don't let it consume you. Just try to keep growing. And honestly, just as a closing, like you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to keep carrying yesterday into tomorrow. Like you can start today, you can start tomorrow. Start as soon as possible. The only thing that matters is just start, right? Um, so again, identify what it is that you want to do, identify what's holding you back, replace those things that are bad, do cold turkey. Like just drop everything. Whatever it is that's holding you back, just drop it. Um, I did also want to say, like, in my next video, the plan is to show you my 30 days routine. Like, I'm locking in again. Like, I ran the marathon. I've been resting. Basically, I've just been floating around for the past month. But what I want to do is like I need to start training for my next marathon. I'm training to join the fire department here in Houston. So like I'm gonna build a 30-day plan, show you what my workouts are, what my macros are, what my daily bare minimums are. Um, and I'm basically gonna be sticking to this routine. Like I'm gonna show you my weigh-ins and everything, my diet. But no excuses from me. I'm going to stick to what I say that I'm going to do no matter what. So it's like I have a goal, I have a plan that I'm gonna be making in the video. So this is literally a how-to, and hopefully it kind of helps. But just as a question, what's something that you feel that you need to leave behind? And please don't say your children and your family, because that's horrible. And it's horrible that that's the first thing that I thought of. But like it could be drinking, it could be smoking, anything. But it's like honestly, I'm rooting for you. I really do want you to do better. Just little improvements every single day. Try to be a good person. Um, But yeah, that's basically it. I'm sorry this was a longer video. Sorry this might have been a little bit preachy, but hopefully in the next video I'll be able to share my plan and my routine, and then we can see what the results of those 30 days are. Also, I have no hair. Yeah. With that being said, that's everything that I have for this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see in the next one. Thank you. Bye.